Hey, and welcome to part 24 of Disco Elysium. Now, last time in Disco Elysium, this happened. We're gonna stick our thumb in our asses.
What are you doing?
The elephant jumps away from you. Anyway, we're back in the church. And, man, I gotta say, I think that this music piece is probably one of my favorites in this game so far. It's so very serene and I guess kind of spiritual, and kind of doesn't fit with the rest of the game, which just makes it stand out more, and it's just relaxing. Even with the kind of ominous droning of machinery in the background. It's just... Oh, I love it. Anyway, we are back in the church, and we're gonna talk to the Miss Programmer here, because we finally have the backup copy of the filament thing. Much in part thanks to her multi-tool. Ginormous multi-tool, which we're currently wielding. You see this? See this multi-tool? It's a bigger tool than even Harry.
Yes, what is it?
About that off-site copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I brought you the filament. Give her the off-site copy.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
She takes the filament, inspecting the metallic tape on its side. Alright, so what is going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She has already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. Okay, so what are you even hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment.
Yes, because remember, she is looking for a 2 millimeter wide hole, not while hole. But I guess it's kind of a vile hole for her, but not a while hole. But a 2 millimeter wide hole, somewhere probably in this church. Which causes the swallow, I think she called it, a cone of silence. That gets more silent the higher up you go. That's some paranatural stuff if I've ever heard it. And she calls it a hole in the world, but we don't know what it is. Maybe she will find out.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
She says and presses print on the machine's keyboard. And that was a real old-timey print sound indeed. I remember using those kind of printers.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Okay, we're gonna play it cool because we are a superstar cop. Or I think we're kind of on the way to become one. Yeah, we're internalizing the superstar cop. We also have overproductive honor gland because we are honorable. That's why we jammed our thumb up our anus last time. I still can't believe that happened. Oh god. Oh, yeah. This game takes you on journeys you could never predict. We're gonna play it cool. So now what?
Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
She suddenly says, and raising her ink-stained fingertip. Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps, and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. I am gonna assume she knows exactly what she's doing, so we're just gonna stand here and say absolutely nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She murmurs. She clocks up her typing speed. Man, I wish I could remember all the typing speed lessons I used to have. At least I'm not, you know, one finger typing like my dad used to do. Poor guy.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
The lieutenant leans closer to whisper. Never have I, but I'm... Well, I guess I have. I went a programming course. We were all kind of programmers, so I guess I have. It's just typing things out in a program and hoping to God the code compiles without errors, which it almost never did.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist in the air. You did it? You found the coordinates?
I found the coordinates.
That's a celebratory laugh.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart.
Yes. It is warm.
Great job.
Oh my god, congratulations!
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin. So, where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
Which we probably could have guessed. She points to the other end of the church where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure, of course we can help you. That's why we are here, so we can help you, so your stuff gets done, and so we can open a nightclub.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
And you trust me not to mess that up? I admire your courage.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
My left or your left? Left when looking at them, or left when back turned to them, or left when looking that way, or left when look... Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
I'll let you work in peace. Okay. I'm actually gonna save here because we don't want to mess this up. This bowl. Oh dear. I already don't remember the instructions. Can we see talk history somewhere? I'm kind of in need of it. Yeah, move the water bowls to the right position and report back. That doesn't help. Oh. I guess we can do this now. If we ever find him and Morel, they have gone somewhere. Also, bar the door. Which bar the door? There's a bar the door. Ah, is that... Wait a minute. This is the doomed commercial district. And the bar the door was here. We also kind of wanted to go up here in one of these freaking apartment or tenements or whatever to talk to the guy who was smoking over here. Well, Kim, do you remember what we need to do? What if I just check this one?
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Okay, good. We actually don't have to remember anything. Good. Me and Harry have at least one thing in common. Our memory is shot to hell. Well, okay, Harry's memory is worse than mine, but I still have a bad memory, as we just saw. So we move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
And then we move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor.
Right, Harry.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
You don't want to know where my thumb has been.
Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place, after all.
Yes, physical instrument. I agree with you. This is the Church of Humanity. We got very moved last time, finding out a lot of information about Dolores Day and the whole weird, religious, almost cultish faith they have with the innocents. That someone can become an innocence. Was it an innocence or an innocent? I don't remember. But they can become that at some point in their life, and then they are seen as infallible. And what they say goes. Like this woman, Dolores Day, up here. Which we can't really see right now. No, we don't want to talk to Kim. Right now. Not right now. But this is a woman, Dolores Day. We ran. I'm sorry. She was advisor to this queen here, but then she, Dolores Day, with the glowing lungs, was declared an innocence, and suddenly everyone is bowing down to her instead. There's something unsettling about that. I mean, sure, have your religion / faith, whatever you want, however you want, but I personally don't like the idea of anything a person says being completely seen as infallible. Because we humans are very flawed, and a lot of the things we say or do are going to be wrong. We can just hope that at the end of our lives, the scales of wrong and right leans more towards the right. Anyway.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard, because she is busy. I moved the water bowls to the right position, just like you asked. So what's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, and while biting into her chapped lip.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Okay, so what's wrong? Is this a case of you standing on the threshold of a discovery you've been searching for so long that you maybe don't want the search to be over because you don't know what you're going to replace the search with? I think maybe not all of us, but most of us have had that kind of thing happen, where we just don't want something to end because we've spent so long time with it. What's wrong?
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
Mm-hmm. You've had them muted?
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Yo, wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
I don't blame you. Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
I am very intrigued.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin. How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? We're going very philosophical.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Anything is possible.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
I mean, I do get it. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here. I don't think we're overthinking things. I'm usually king of overthinking, but I don't think we're overthinking here. We should be cautious.
Maybe I'm just tired.
She rubs her face. You know, it's scary, but in this case, we just have to face it head on. See what happens.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Say nothing.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Okay. She's clearly disappointed.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean, nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead. Oh.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
She raises her head, staring at all the machines that litter the church. Cables coiling up on the floor like pests.
You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
We're pretty good with the perception, we only have 70% chance, but we're gonna put on the headphones.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace.
Double sixes. Gotta love it.
And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air.
Mm-hmm.
What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Sooner? What if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
That I don't know.
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
Of course. The nightclub people,
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Okay, sure, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you, because they just want to start up a nightclub in the church. You can help each other. You scratch their backs, they scratch yours, though they have to scratch your back first, and then you scratch their backs by not minding the nightclub.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
I actually got a heartfelt thank you. I guess we're going to the Speed Freaks. I'm pretty sure they will lend out their speakers if we can kind of spin it in a way that it'll be beneficial to them. I'm sure it will be fine. Kim, you can wait outside again. I know you don't like this beat. I'll go in on my own. Yeah, the church music is still better. This is a nice beat though.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Okay, I need more logic for this.
Goodbye, officer.
We don't really care about that. Ooh, are you the one with the speakers then?
I
No?
see you're here.
Is it you?
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
I mean, just because they call him Egghead. I said this before, and these kind of look like elf ears. I can't not see Solus here. I'm looking forward to seeing Solus again. Fall 2024, eh?
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Alright!
Here comes the night!
could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
New task, solve the egghead puzzle. Yeah, but what about the speakers? Who the hell do I talk to about the speakers?
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Well, you proved me wrong.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the young man with the tape player and the large boyadera boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore!
Say nothing?
Hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his YEAAAAAGH and AGHs. This produces a guttural Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it.
Thank you, drama.
Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
So, this is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major Egghead.
Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand. Please don't ask me any weird questions about Van Eyck. I will not be able to answer them. If you ask me anything, I'll bonk you on the head with my Kvalsund multitool.
Oh! Is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead.
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man!
I see.
The Advent?
Okay, did we solve his task though? No, we didn't. We need to traverse this maze of Egghead.
True, hard, full, car!
Say nothing. Is it really?
Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese.
Yeah,
Probably
so
an
let's go
homage
with
to Orange.
yeah!
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark!
Okay.
Yeah!
He missed one A.
You missed one A there. I yelled mine with 6 A's, so you'll have to yell it with 6 too.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
No, I am the law. Dang it. I think I'm on the right track.
We're close.
Yeah, we're close. We are. Say nothing. Yeah, and we're gonna YEAAAAAAGH again.
The Y to the yeah.
He
And
missed
then we're gonna...
one A.
Yeah, we're gonna say that he missed an A, but that's okay. I'm a pretty lenient cop.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
Be nice. Well, that was not the correct. I guess we're going...
True, hard,
we're gonna
car.
say nothing. We're gonna really...
This young, or maybe
And we're gonna
it's
go
not
with
a
Van Eyck again.
You know about it?
You know Van Eyck?
Your friend Estelle mentioned him.
Good, good.
The Advent?
I guess that wasn't correct
We're
either.
close. True, hard.
Say nothing, Van Eyck.
This young, or maybe
Van Eyck.
You know Van Eyck?
No, just a turn of phrase.
Oh, well, it really is him. It's an honest-to-God Van Eyck beat. Well, actually, a reworking of a Peppy Popic and Arsos track. But let's not get too deep into that whole mess.
Okay.
The Advent?
Damn it. I guess it's on the third then.
We're close.
We're close. We're gonna say nothing. We're gonna say nothing.
Hard to the mega.
We're gonna say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Well, we got internally coherent. I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Whirling in Rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata, the place to be.
What the hell? You said that before. Why is this Yekokata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place.
Yekokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme southeast of the Gradian Isola. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer.
Why is it the extreme southeast and not just the southeast? Do you mean... Are you trying to say that it's at the southeast as far as you can come before you actually leave the Gradian Isola?
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
But that was still not the...
Close.
Yep,
True.
we're gonna say nothing, say nothing, say nothing.
Internally coherent. Good
Here.
morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata, the place to be.
Yeah. I'm beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case.
It's the message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel.
Dang.
We're close. True.
This guy is weird.
Internally coherent.
Mercenary.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeko Kata.
Yeko Kata.
Dang, that was... I guess we're...
We're close. True.
I thought there was...
Internally coherent.
Okay, still say nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
I don't know what that means.
There is a place far away in Cutler, beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of Eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. I am just farming experience at this point. So let's get back to farming.
True.
Nothing, nothing, nothing,
Internally
nothing.
all car.
What are you
Gotta
doing?
Get the people going.
I see.
Yeah. Request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible.
Okay. Die ganze Truppe vielleicht mitmacht in den Himmel,
We're
ja.
close.
Sure. Nothing, nothing, nothing,
Internally
nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Was it this? Say
He
nothing.
furrows his brow. as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore!
Is it though?
He stops dead in his track, tilting his head to the side. Side, not side. It is!
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side, like an owl. I was thinking that too!
I am the mic enforcer. I am the
Dang.
truth checker. Yeah!
Ah, I was so close. I think.
Close. True.
Because that was not. Say nothing. So
Is it
hardcore.
though? But is it? I mean, really?
It seems like we're kind of breaking him out of his character here, so. I don't know what to say exactly.
Under the radar. Over the top.
Damn. Okay.
Close. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his
Hardcore. Ah.
We. Let's go back here.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago. If he's going back to his hardcore character here, I think we're on the wrong track.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Okay.
We're close.
Yep,
True.
yep,
Into all core.
he
What?
furrowed
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it actually isn't hardcore.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
We are slowly breaking him
he
out.
furrowed
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Oh. Is there a path here I haven't tried?
True. Hard. Full. Core.
Because I've done both of these.
Hardcore.
I can't remember
Hardcore to the
which
middle.
had branching
Internally
paths.
coherent.
Was there anything here? I don't think so. Still say nothing.
Hardcore. All right.
Here.
Gotta get the people going.
I think there was something more under Y.
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
Two on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Damn it. I think I've exhausted all lines of dialogue here. I'm just gonna go through them real quick. I'll be right back. I think I found something here. I went through all the dialogues one by one. I think because we talked about the question before, something new opened up here. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns, then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
Which has 9 months left in it, I think, because we're in March.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, but then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
So Ultra is a step down from Hyper?
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, it's not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
Culture cop.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot sink it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Yeah, this sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Okay. So let's try to think if anything could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
He looks at you with customary amazement. There's something happening in his head. I think Harry is having a thought. Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us if I'm the police.
Oh.
I can't help you with this right now. I need a little something extra.
Yeah!
He's not even the slightest bit disappointed. Ooh, maybe my body can. I'm an expert on anodic music, it seems. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck's jam is missing to make it harder core.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every Corday animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody, a good melody, it is what makes the song really stick, so you can't get it out of your head anymore.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was kind of thinking you would know.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Oh, another side investigation. Why not? Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Yeah, sure, we haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe he has something.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Right.
Copman!
Copman! Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palaceum. She was a communist, though.
Of course she was.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
You know, it's best not to be a communist, says the extremely communist cop. Having extreme views on issues is detrimental to understanding all sides. That is so damn true. Gotta keep an open mind for opposing views on issues and opinions.
Oh sure, I can do that. If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
I didn't say that, just keep an open mind.
Please don't turn him into a moralist.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Ooh. Should we turn him into a moralist? Can I either turn him into a moralist? Yeah, let's go with number 2. Don't be moralist. Wait. What am I saying? You should consider your choice carefully and rationally.
Aye!
He yells. You guess Egghead is a moralist now. Well, one more moralist in the world. Tell me something else, Egghead.
It's time to compromise!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Obviously, one shouldn't get too hasty with their decision making.
I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody.
You feel Jermaine Egghead's smile is too enthusiastic. But it'll have to do for now.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle? Is that a nod to the DeLorean humanism?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour et la compassion, l'autodiscipline.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. 'Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
Thank you?
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
I mean, I have a tape with me, but I don't think it's banging. It's kind of sad. We're gonna check with the hawker first. I don't remember his name. Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
Alright! Here comes the night!
No, it's still afternoon. But we have a breakthrough.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls.
You?
It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
And what's with this weird picture accompanying some kind of superstar? We're holding what looks to be a rabid dog. Well, not we, but a very adorned hand is holding a rabid dog with a lot of fleshy things around it. And something's being sliced into, well, thin slices, I guess. There's a guy without a head, well, without the top of his head, down there. And this is just weird. What are my bonuses? -1 logic, but learning cap for everything raised to 6. That's kinda good, actually. I think I can take a hit in logic for that. Even though I need an increase in logic for something, for a task somewhere. Composure. Didn't I need logic for some one of these? Yeah, Andre. Godly. Whoop. Who was Andre? You're Andre. Yeah, right. Right. Anyway. Look at this. Increase to 6, I guess. A little bit here and there. 7 on composure. Jeez. Okay, I can do lots of stuff. And the text, the color vanished. For some reason. There it is, thank you. And it seems that none of these bastards can help me with the speakers.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh wait, I'm here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
There we go. Good news, everyone! I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music.
The speed freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited. Well, I'm glad I could help.
We appreciate it. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Leave the tent. And the tent is gone. Did they move already? So if I go back to the church now, are they gonna be in there? I mean, it's been like 5 minutes. Oh, look at this. Where did that arrow come from? Who knows?
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000?
He waves his hand in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner. Yeah, you will never be able to fit 10,000, let alone 1,000 people in here. Not all at once, at least.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Ooh, name for the club? Kim, how would you name the club?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Boring.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
Yeah.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky.
All right,
Next,
so
please.
Asel, what would you suggest as the name for the nightclub?
How about something simple, like the club?
Boring.
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
So, Andre, what would you propose as the name?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Well, Noid, speaking of the signs, give me your 2 cents on the issue.
The amnesia.
I mean, it's not a bad name. And it's kind of what happens to a lot of people at clubs. They go out, they drink, they don't remember what the fuck they were doing the night before.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
So, Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
The freak with the large head yells from the stage, waving his hand in the air.
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
You're just shooting down everything, aren't you, SL?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the nigger!
A witless, victorious smile adorns his face.
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
Suna, do you have an opinion on this?
I don't.
Short and sweet, thank you.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
I think I have come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave.
Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
Oh, I'm never going to forget this trip, that's for sure. Until I get old enough to have dementia or Alzheimer's, and then I hope someone kills me before that happens. Or before it sets in fully. Because I don't want my family to suffer due to me not remembering them. That got dark.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium, a light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame. That's kind of how I dance, so thanks, game.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights. How is Suna getting any kind of programming done in this?
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Are we gonna dance?
Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but there's a noticeable lack of something.
Yeah, I have been meaning to ask you actually, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Which sure makes you stand out.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Who cares? It's part of getting old. Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me.
Sure.
I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
You're only as old as you feel, I guess. Gotta stay young in mind. So how old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
Fair enough. Is it important for you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
He looks at the molten toothbrush. No. Keep your hair. Kinda suits you. Savoir-faire, impossible, no words, just dance. %, can always get a double 6.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
For now.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
Well, I lost morale and I gained morale. That's kind of good. Well, that's it for now.
Bye, officer.
So, savoir-faire, you say? Well, since I said I was always going to use the points immediately, why not? Do I have any clothes that will improve my savoir-faire? Reaction, rhetoric, drama, and eye coordination. Savoir-faire. -1. No. -1. +1? I mean, sure. Anything to try and succeed with the dancing. Let's see if we... Who conquers the floor? What? That was then. This is chapter 4. I can already see it. Creme de la creme of Ravachol. This is our little utopia. Equals, false, close brackets, equals, true? Sure.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
He dances over to you in an inexplicably soft-core manner. It's embarrassing. 8%.
You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
Double sixes for the frickin' win.
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
Of your spine. But I guess that's actually mine. Mind.
Here it will begin.
What was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrate in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn.
Okay.
To rule the world.
And who the hell are you?
I am the spinal cord.
And what do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Where did the church go?
Who fucking cares?
Good.
No, not good. Orgasmic.
Orgasmic. So where did the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
No, really. Why can't I hear anything?
This is a pivotal moment. Try not to piss yourself.
Concentrate on hearing.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
Well, let's bust a move.
Foolhardy. Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
Who cares? Let's bust a move. Let's dance.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn.
Open your eyes and dance like you have never danced before.
You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one core heads, entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity or fear.
Well, he is really busting a move. That's for sure. Dang. You go, officer. While holding a plastic bag and a multi-tool. Oh, this is lovely. This is awesome.
Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean only, execution.
Oh my god!
The Speed Freaks' would-be leader stands slack-jawed in disbelief at the hardcoreness on display. He whispered to himself, "No way, we're just gonna say, yes way."
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second.
He yelled. Oh, he actually danced to the beat for a few seconds there.
He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm.
Dance, Andre. It's the law.
The young man same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion.
This is fucking awesome.
The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable.
Turn to Estelle. What are you doing?
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Asil, aren't you going to dance?
No, recording.
Aww. She turns to Suna, then backs to you. She briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music.
It's growing on her. Kim, get in here!
What's going on here? Delinquents.
The lieutenant looks at you and the speed freaks grinding around in the church, a group of unhinged lunatics. Delinquents indeed, he grumbles.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency.
What was Code 31 again? We gotta get Kim to let loose, I think. Code 31, Code 31!
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The light reflecting his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
Come on, Kim, get in here. You gotta get in here, you gotta dance with the rest of us.
The Code 31 emergency? Really?
Yes, officer in need of assistance, on the dance floor!
The lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
Come on, Kim.
What's happening?
The lieutenant is forced to yell over the futuristic music blasting from the speakers. So what is happening? I'm not undercover, because we're just expressing ourselves from the depths of our soul and heart. I'm not doing anything. The music made its mind up a long time ago. I'm just implementing.
Good for you. Rock on, then.
He looks around the church hall. Hey, I called you to dance.
What?
Oh, that's a red check. Ooh. Ooh, +1 respects you. Ooh. Kim respects us? I did say there was an emergency on the dance floor, did I not? The emergency? Not enough, Kim.
Come on, hurry.
Emergency on the dance floor. Come on, Kim, let's dance.
Who's the one in charge? You.
Lieutenant, I'm only going to pull rank on you one time, and that time is now.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am not. Now get your groove on, Lieutenant.
Get my what on?
The lieutenant leans closer, unable to make out your words over the pumping beats. I said, get your goddamn groove on. Boogie woogie. No boogie woogie.
Sheesh, okay.
He backs up with his hands raised in the air, observing the crisscross of your feet.
Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork, plus is that Ubi for dancing?
He adjusts his spectacles, then pops his collar as high as it will go. Oh, Kim, let loose.
Nah, it's not Ubi for. It's hardcore.
Ooh.
Yeah. Whatever.
The lieutenant snorts. You talk a big talk, Lieutenant. Let's see some moves.
Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate.
Go for it. Show us.
Check this shit out.
I love this. I completely love this.
The lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you.
Yes, Kim, come join us.
It doesn't look like he'd give a shit either.
Oh. Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limits.
The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive would be a point of no return. It feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse on for this?
Together, where are you?
Here we go again. Hardcore filthy air. The sound above my hair.
What now? The sound above your what?
Oh, Kim, don't stop dancing.
Above my hair, man.
Okay, this is too imbecile. Excuse me.
Oh. Turn on the hyperdrive.
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten slave church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center, an officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
What is this strange feeling I keep having? This cold, even now.
I am la Revacholière.
Who now?
I am the city.
What do you mean you are the city?
I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol.
Oh.
My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms.
That's a horrible picture.
Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill.
Are we dancing so hardcore that we're hallucinating? How are you talking to me?
The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space.
But who am I? Why are you talking to me?
You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jante and Rebut. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
Oh, thank you.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him. He slowly comes to.
Yeah, I danced so hard I passed out and had a hallucination.
Had a good rest there?
I spoke to the city of Revachol.
Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent enough time doing aerobic exercise for today.
Yeah, let's get up from here.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Thank you, Egghead.
Man! Now, man! Now...
The would-be leader stutters with excitement.
Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
That would be rad.
End of human development. Mission complete.
Right ecstatic.
All right.
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
I think we're done for now.
Goodbye, officer.
That was a freaking awesome sequence. I'm so glad I succeeded. Thank you, double sixes. Thank you. Also, Noid, are our signs synced yet?
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
I do my best.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
He spreads his arms, looking around at the speed freaks setting up shop. Well, for fun, Kim. For fun.
The would-be leader is cutting some futuristic shapes on the floor, sweating profusely. A cell using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the base. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
I did it for mankind. For all of mankind.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic.
I don't believe you actually think you did it for all mankind. But whatever keeps you in high spirits is okay by him.
Noid, what do you think about the church? Now that you've been in here for a while and had a look around and are messing with the desks/pulpits?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
He rubs his hand together. How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? We know it is. It's 380 something.
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand.
Fear of the unknown.
Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
His voice echoes in the wooden cavern of the church. Okay, so what style is this church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
Okay, and what is DeLorean architecture like?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
What would a DeLorean building look like? It kind of sounds like it could look like anything.
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Well, this church isn't painted white, as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside, before the sea wind took all the paint off.
He peeks out of a small window in the dark.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss.
So, what did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual collapse?
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Cop Man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live.
It's kind of a sad imagery.
End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Okay, first of all, where is that quote from?
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
So what you're saying is you are not a big fan of the innocentic system. Which I'm not either, but sure. We're talking about Noid now.
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history. Built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core.
False core, okay.
The way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember?
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you.
He points to his friends.
Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
You should listen to what they do. Yeah. And you propose dance music will supplant this system?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
I don't need to be a narc. That's not why we're here.
Your pleasure response was more like, just wondering if he has any.
No, electrochemistry, we don't wonder if he has any. So how do you like the glasswork over there?
Dead bodies are perennial plants.
Never mind. I pressed the wrong thing.
This is an high quality.
We'll just go through
the
this.
Way he says it, the force in you know what this kind of stuff.
Don't need to be a narc.
Response was more like
glasswork.
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
You wanted to get inside the church and now you don't like the stained glass window.
I didn't know it was in here. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle
No.
it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
It still has historical value. Cultural and historical value. You shouldn't destroy it just because you don't agree with it. I am not going to... I don't know if she was a mass murderer or not, but you know. People in power do bad things.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
Mass murder on the floor. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rietveldt is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder.
Just throw him into our world and some stooge online will dig up a quote he said when he was 5 and apply it to him now out of context and label him a mass murderer. Because that's what fucking idiots do these days.
Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre a mass murderer.
Same there.
You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
Would you say she was, you know, human?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator.
I mean, I guess she lived the life of a human before she was recognized as an innocence. Then no, not after that.
That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
Yeah, they hate this too.
Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
The young man lets go of the suspenders and they hit his chest with a slap. I didn't even know he had suspenders on, or that he played with them. Sure. But she's pretty. Well, yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore, not right now.
What a strange choice of words. Caustic, overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
I mean, it's a nice window.
Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Fine, we'll stop talking about the damn window. How are you settling in?
Hard to say, Copman. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced.
Mm-hmm.
I did get to talk to the crabman though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place.
Psychic rundown, you say?
Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
What do you mean?
The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
We don't do the squashing around here, we just look for people. What did Tiago tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there are dead bodies here? Yes, probably. Either here or in a previously marked graveyard nearby. So what's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs.
That sounds more interesting.
Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
You know, I don't really get it. Contain what exactly?
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this sonar person is looking for and trying to measure.
He nods towards the woman. I was about to suggest the 2mm hole in the world. That's the only thing I could think of.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
But what makes you think that Suna is going to fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
I found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubies were trying to contain?
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages.
He rubs his chin.
And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
You think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person.
Well, you know, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about for the moment.
Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Why are you so suspicious about everything? Everything.
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing.
The only thing I can think of when I hear your name is The Noid, so...
It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our science synced.
So why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
Ah, I see. What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
Are you suspicious about the absence of sound? 'Cause we have a place back there you can go check out. So what are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
The what?
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex?
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
You are paranoid indeed. What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
I mean, what's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things.
Yes, having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Mm-hmm. Let's suspicious about the
holy shit! We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
I mean, what's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Most of them.
Nothing. Animals are cool, guys. I like animals too, but that doesn't mean I have to be one myself.
Technically, humans are animals. We're part of the animal kingdom. Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. Words have more being than bodies? I am not following you, Noid.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
Does this mean you're mentally ill?
Mental illness is a term that powers you to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
Well, a lot of people do wave away other people's opinions by saying they're either mentally ill or, more popular, just, well, you belong to that side, so fuck off. Stupid. All of it is stupid. Well, that was certainly stimulating, but I kind of want to ask you about something else now.
His eyes flicker.
You mentioned true life. What would that be like?
A life is true if it's free from fear, an eternal division among oneself. In others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
I think we need fear. A life free from fear sounds like it's gonna be a shit show. How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. his eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly.
It's cool, it's cool. I have a big multi-tool I can whack him over the head with.
The young man is dead serious about this.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, and emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
I accidentally pressed twice. The young man is dead serious about this. Rejection of the right-left axis, emphasis on unity, appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of? Sort of like fascism then? And then he said his thing. Shouldn't the ones that are more hardcore rule over the ones that are less hardcore, offer them guidance? Offer guidance, sure. Rule over? No. Fair enough, just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
So you're advocating a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true, hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
I don't think you want thoughts from the spinal cord. My spinal cord tells me that every vertebrae is a skull to be formed and a brain waiting within, just waiting for their chance to take over the current skull. I don't think you should listen to the spinal cord.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Yes, Encyclopedia, thank you. I know.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore!
His friend shouts from behind his mix table, with a smile surpassing your own in wideness, a total moon face, and eyes full of naive wonderment. Well, the term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
Yeah!
Let's change as a subject.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
I want to go back to the true life thing.
The life is true if it's free.
How would you go about?
Beats and bright lights.
Just like that. The young man. Rejection of the right-left axis.
Okay.
Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
So there was only one choice there. Got it. Okay.
Nationalism.
Just observation. Let's change the subject.
Sure thing.
What's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
I mean, who really cares what someone is dressed in? Fuck, let people go down the street wearing their pajamas and feel happy and free about it. I don't mind, I don't care. Okay then.
It's just a style, you know.
Sure. Conceptualization. Godly. +1, +1. Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. Don't just nod along. Don't just nod along. Really feel it.
Aggressive, monotonous, but also somehow sacral, primitive, yet futuristic, like a machine man. Nothing exists but the here and now. All are one purpose. All you've managed is a list. The parts don't form a whole.
We are not cool enough. What was this? Conceptualization? Take care, Noid. So, Suna, how's it going with the your new...
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is anodic dance music.
What? What did you say?
She leans closer, eyes knitted together in a puzzled expression. You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of anodic dance music. I said, "How's the project going?"
I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
The project, how's it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Yeah, she did not shout all that and we did not get it. And Egghead is not even at his mixer table right now because he has teleported behind it into the mosaic thing. We'll just leave him alone there. Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata! A place to be, apparently!
I'll speak to him. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes!
She does Jay's hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes!
Right, I'll leave you to work in peace. Yep, he's just there. Right now, since he's there, we can't even talk to him. So I guess we're going out and then in, and maybe... Speaking of hardcore and penetration. Yeah, he's back, where he should be. Now, we have a nightclub here, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, it killed the church music, which I loved. Oh well. You can't really make an omelette without cracking a few eggs or something. And Encyclopedic is just helping me gain all the levels and all of the skill points. Well, not really levels, because there are no levels, just skill points, but... Oh-wee, hooey. When it comes to new point then, do I want to do both more thoughts and I want to... points... What was it I needed? Was it composure? Wash basin? Over there? Hand-eye coordination, okay. Whoop. Dang, I don't like this scrolling thing. Won't let me scroll all the time. Guess I'll have to do this, the slow way. Andre, no, conceptualization is what I needed. Conceptualization up here, the weird face. Okay, gonna have to increase that one next time I level up. But we're gonna talk to Egghead next time. Going to just leave this here in the nightclub, church turned nightclub. Huge success. Anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Please take care of yourself. Be kind, and I'll see you next time.